Hi everyone, I'm Phil from Pass with Phil Driving School, and today we're going to be looking at some of the TEL questions which form part of the show TEL questions on your driving test. Okay, we're going to break up the TEL questions into two little videos. So the first questions we're going to be looking at, there's 11 in total, so we'll do the first 6 in this little video and then the next 5 in another, just to break it up, just so you're not looking at a video for a long time. Okay, so remember with the TEL questions, you will only get asked one TEL question, and that will be before the start of your test. So you will be in the car and it will be stationary. Okay, the show question, remember, will be asked when you're on the move. Okay, so let's have a look at the first 6 TEL questions today. Okay, so the examiner is going to be sat at the side of you. And quite simply he'll say, okay, before we start today's test, can you tell me how you check if your brakes were working properly? How would you tell if they were working properly? Okay, well, what I would basically do, driving forward about 10 to 15 metres, I would apply my foot brake, making sure it didn't feel spongy and making sure that the car stopped in and braked and stopped in a straight line. If you are stopping and you feel the steering wheel go to the left or right, or the car pull a little bit, then your brake pads are pretty worn and probably need replacing. So driving 10 to 15 metres, apply the foot brake, making sure it doesn't feel spongy, and the car should brake and stop in a straight line. Okay, second question. Can you tell me please where you'd find the recommended tyre pressure for the car and how you check the tyre pressure? Okay, well, I'd find the recommended tyre pressure car in the vehicle handbook or the manual, and I would check the tyre pressure with a reliable tyre pressure gauge. Not forgetting to also check your spare tyre. Okay, the third one. Can you tell me how you would make sure that the headrest is in the correct position before you set off on a drive? Okay, in my normal driving position, set my index finger and from the corner of my eye in a straight line over the tip of my ear up to the headrest, it should land right in the middle. If it doesn't, alter your headrest. That's basically it. Okay, the fourth one. Can you tell me how you would make sure that your tyres have sufficient tread and that they are safe to drive on? Okay, well, make sure that your tyres have got a minimum tread depth of 1.6 millimetre. That 1.6 millimetre has to cover 3/4 the width of the tyre. The tread also has to run the full circumference of the tyre, and you're checking the rest of the tyre for cuts and bulges. So remember, it's minimum tread depth of 1.6 millimetre, covering 3/4 the width of the tyre, running all the way around the tyre, and checking the rest of the tyre for cuts and bulges. Okay, number 5. Can you tell me please how you would check that your front lights and your tail lights, your headlights, your back lights are working properly? Now for this TEL question, you don't have to exit the vehicle. Quite simply, turn the lights on to dipped headlights, and I will get out and check that the lights are working. Like I said, no need to get out of the car. It's just quite simply turn them on, get out and have a look. Okay, and the last one. Can you tell me please how you would know if you had a problem with your anti-lock braking system, your ABS? Okay, you would say, when I turn the car on the dashboard, a little orange circular light would come on with the initials ABS, which is anti-lock braking system. And if the ABS system is working, that light will go out. If the light stays on, get it to a garage. Okay, well, they're the first 6 of the TEL questions. If you have any questions on them, please feel free to email me or text me, and I'll go over them with you. But do get stuck into those, and we'll look at the next 5 TEL questions in a separate video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.